We are starting early, 2 minutes early. I think I need a power up, big sound effect. I know people on Radio Eddy couldn't hear that, so don't forget to have YouTube open as well. It's just so awesome. We've got so many amazing projects to review. All of your projects. Hopefully we'll get to them. If not, we'll do another stream. I know loads got submitted today from socials as well. What I'm super excited about is we have a timer today, so I'm terrible. I drift, I get distracted, and yeah, so this is going to keep me focused, hopefully, and you're all going to help me keep me focused. And I know some of you help me keep distracted as well, which is also good, adds a bit of fun. So thank you all so much for joining early. I mean, this is great. I'm just looking at the chat messages. Yes, we have a timer today. Oh, the pressure. I put it together pretty quickly. I mean, if you want, do you all want to see the timer? Let me bring up my screen. You know what? Shall we just jump straight into the first one? And thank you for all the messages in the chat. What do you think, Nick?
That's excellent, but let me run down how Radio Eddy works real quick.
Good call, good call.
All right, so for those who are new to the stream and returning but have a bad memory like I do, we are using Radio Eddy. So Radio Eddy has a stage channel in our Discord server. It's at the very top of the list, so you can't miss it. So if you want to speak on the live stream as we review projects, hop into the Radio Eddy stage channel and click the Request to Speak button. It's the little hand icon at the bottom of the screen there. We will see that request and bring you up on stage. Once we've done that, you are live with all of us here on Radio Eddy in front of our 24 amazing viewers. Do note that if you do not plan on speaking on Radio Eddy, we recommend that instead of listening through the stage channel, you listen through the YouTube live stream anyway, for two reasons. First, it helps Eddy's numbers, and we want to help Eddy. Eddy gives us so much value. We want to give Eddy value back. And second, if you're listening on Radio Eddy, you'll find that the audio and the video from the stream are out of sync, because that's just how the magic of the internet works, and it does get a little confusing and hard to keep up with. So again, if you're not going to request to speak, we do recommend you listen through the live stream. And then before we jump into the reviews, I do want to take a moment to give a huge shout out to Schmelto, who went through all of our outstanding review issues and tagged me in any of the ones that were missing the live stream review label. And that's really important, because that's the label that that Eddy and I use to track the issues that we need to review in order. So that was a huge help this morning. So massive thank you to Schmelto. And with that, I think I am done.
Awesome. So everyone in the chat, right, thank you, Tom, for doing that. And also say a big thank you to Nick as well for helping me with these live streams with managing Radio Eddy, because I can't do it all. You all see my kit, and more kit means more problems and more things to go wrong. So yes, just write a big shout out to Tom and also to Nick and to each other in the chat. But yes, I really, really appreciate that, Nick. And I can see the chat's going crazy. Love that. People thanking Nick. That's so cool. One last shout out before we get started. We did have started a regular newsletter, so I'm just going to share the newsletter link in the chat. Don't forget to sign up so you can see what other people in the community are up to, because we do like to give other people achievements and shout outs, and we are making improvements to the newsletter every time. So yes, do shout out to that. Okay, let's get started. Right, okay, so if you want your project to be reviewed, you need to go to our Eddy Hub community, which is I've got behind me. And you go to support repo, and you go to the issue section. Oh, we've got 100 issues. And then you go to new issue, like this, like so. And you say open source project review, portfolio review, or resume review. And you just get started and submit some information on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the issues, and I'm going to go to live stream review, which incorporates all of them. So we'll just go through in order, and I'm going to go through the oldest one. 4 pages! That's just like awesome. Thank you all so much for submitting that. We always had like a kind of overflow to second, and I think recently to third, and now we've got 4 pages. Right, this timer is really important. We've got a 4-minute timer per project. So before I click the first one, I think I just hit the timer, get started. What does everyone think? But I got to give some shout outs to some people in chat. Love to see some regulars. Love to see lots of new people as well. Do chat to each other in the chat. I think it's great to collaborate and network with other people as well there. It's what we're all here for. Let me bring Discord over to this screen so I can see if people do jump over onto the stage, but Nick might need to remind me and prompt me if I miss it. Okay, I'm super excited. I need to start the timer. I want to know if it works. So I'm a bit stressed. The pressure is on. What do you all think? Out of 10, do you think the timer's going to work? What do you think? Let us know in the chat. Out of 10.
I have complete faith in you.
Okay, I've just clicked a few buttons and just get it ready. Let me hit start while you're all thinking. Let's see. Okay, this should be the button for the timer. You should see a blue line along the bottom. That's going to be for 3 minutes, and the last minute is going to be a counter on the screen. So let's get started because we've got Ankush, and we don't want to waste any of their time looking at their project, getting your opinion and your feedback. So they've put 2. What should we go for? Should we go for profile or project page? What do you all think? Have a quick
Let's do the profile first. I think that's a good way to start our day. And while you load that up, I'm going to welcome Rishit and Srikaran both to Radio Eddy.
Awesome.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes. How are you both doing?
Yes.
I am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. How about you?
Yeah, good.
All right, we are on a timer, so
Rishit,
let's
you were
dive
about
in.
to speak.
Thanks.
Okay, I am going to start. There's been lots of community feedback on this. I am on the timer. Look at that. The timer's going quite fast. It's 1.5 minutes almost. Rishit and Sarit Karan. I get your name wrong every time. I'm so sorry. Super apologies. Do you have this is going to sound really rude, but do you have a nickname I can use? But I'm really bad.
Karen works.
Okay.
Just as long as you don't call me Karen, I'm fine.
Okay, got you. Oh, great. Now you give me something else to worry about. The pressure. Right, let me review this and see. So I love it how the community have, again, a big shout out to Tom as well and other people who've actually reviewed this project ahead of the live stream. I think that's awesome. So there's probably been lots of tweaks and improvements already. So what we're seeing is kind of the improved version. Please share the link. Rohan, you're absolutely right. Thank you very much. Let me share the link to that too. I see the numbers. 10 out of 10. Kawalia. Yes, thank you. Rahma, 100 out of 10. Okay, that deserves a kind of, a level up sound effect. And then Kawalia's, losing, numbers are going down, a bit worried. Okay, so what does everyone think on this profile? I love the code at the top. I love it that it's syntax highlighted. I just think that just makes it just kind of pop a bit more with the variables. 29 repositories. First impressions look good to me. Animated GIF looks good as well. The missing images on the badges don't look great, but it could be because sometimes the service is down. So let me hit refresh. Yeah, so now they've reappeared.
I see them on my end.
Yeah, so I refreshed. They've kind of appeared again. I do like how these are collapsible. I would probably suggest having some of them collapsible by default, though, if you're going to have them collapsible. Otherwise, no one's going to come in and collapse it. Maybe the animated GIF, because it takes up a lot of space and doesn't add a lot of value. It's I think a nice to have. I see what people think in the chat. Oh my god, 51! The counter is going! The sound should be coming through shortly as well. It should be increasing as the timer goes. This person might need an extra minute because we kind of got a bit distracted. But what does everyone else think?
I really like...
Sorry, go on, Nick.
I'm sorry.
No, carry on.
I just have to say, I really like your numbers timer. That's awesome.
Thanks. I spent 4 hours trying to decide which one to use.
And the sound increasing might be a bit anxiety-inducing. just thinking about it raises my anxiety levels.
Yeah, it's you on Radio Eddy though, you won't be able to hear it. Only on the live stream.
Yes,
so we'll be missing some of the effects. So what do you all think? Sorry, Nick, go on.
That's why if you're not going to speak on stage with us, you should listen on YouTube and not Radio Eddy.
Exactly. So let's hear some thoughts, right? We'll give this person a little bit more time because we kind of got a bit distracted. The timer has finished, but we'll give it a bit more time. So, anyone on stage, what do you all think of this one so far, of their profile? Let us know while I go look at the chat messages.
So I actually think these Weave GIF next to the greetings is pretty cool, since GitHub does not by default put the GIF, it puts an emoji. So I think that's some extra effort which I really appreciate. And another enhancement or maybe a fix I would suggest adding is, if you take a look at the text stack and you take a look at it in the GitHub's dark mode, a lot of it isn't visible. As an example, the second last tech stack, which is Unity, isn't visible at all in the dark mode. And the GitHub logo isn't visible too. So
that's a really
maybe
good
a couple
point.
of edits could do that.
That's a really good point. Test in dark mode as some icons are not visible. Very good. Like that. Let's have a look. Oh, also, someone pointed out something really good. They're not, Koalia says they're not part of the Eddy Hub community. Yes, they're not part of our organization. We'll put that in. Not part of Eddy Hub org. The other thing, everyone watching, don't forget, as I put these items in here, you can also add your own. And you can also raise issues on their repo by clicking on the link up here. And each time you raise an issue, you get a green square. So we are here not just to review people's open source projects, profiles, etc., but also to get all of you the green squares as well. So do raise those as well, get those green squares. And of course, give this video a thumbs up. It helps support the channel. So what else did we miss? So I think also Eleanor mentioned about the typing's a bit distracting, like the animated GIF being so big. I agree. I would probably make that smaller and utilize more the space on the left and the right. I think would be good.
Align it to the right of the introduction, and that size should work.
To keep us on track here, I do think that we've extended our time a little much. So, folks, don't forget that you can leave comments on the issue with your thoughts, get your green squares, open issues on the repository.
Exactly. Okay, reviewed on live stream. There we go. Okay, you're right. Let's move on to the next one. 4 minutes goes fast. Like, seriously. Wow.
Yeah, before we start the next timer, are you open to revising the time that you spend on each profile? Maybe 5 minutes?
Not on this stream because the timer is been built and fixed, so it's not something I can change.
Got it.
And I think 5 minutes we'll just end up doing a lot less per live stream. 4 minutes is quite a long time, I think. So let's just try it. We'll give it a go. I don't want to make any changes until we actually kind of give it a run. We've only done one so far, and the first one is always the slowest because we're all setting up and all the rest. Okay, cool. Next one. Right. So if I hit this button again, hopefully the timer should start. Fingers crossed. Did it work? No, I'm gonna hit twice. Wait a second. Fingers crossed now. Yes, the blue bar has started. How many before Kewalia or Rohan says anything? I am gonna copy this link. Oh, Rohan said it already. Beat me to it. I was hoping to beat you to it. But one thing I didn't do was I need to copy this again quickly. This link, save me typing it out. Okay. Here we go. Right. Let's open this open source project. Okay, let's have a look. Interesting that it's... Is it an organization? Oh, it is. Go on, Nick, sorry.
I was just going to point out that I know what Eddie's going to say. They're using releases.
Releases are awesome. Oh my god, and it's versioned as well. That needs like a level up sound. Like, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Definitely like that.
I do have to say, this README is painfully long.
So it could be split out
maybe
then?
They can use
Oh, sorry, go on. Who was that? So who was speaking? Is it Vivi?
That's Vivi.
I think they can use the automated README generator that GitHub provides instead of the table of contents that they have inserted there. I think that's unnecessary. Makes this too long.
Is there a table of contents? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, I see what you mean. Yes. and one is
And I think
created
the
here. You're
I
right.
think the commits are maybe slightly inconsistent. Some of them use semantical versioning, some don't,
Oh
some use
yes.
conventional comments. So that's something.
And a great advice. I'm going to put some of those down. And I see Rahma has beaten me to it already as well. Awesome. Love that. Love the community giving feedback and support to each other. That's awesome. So we make a note of a few of those things before I forget.
Another aspect I think which could be improved would be the README looks pretty good, but there are 2 broken badges in all of the README. So if you see there's one broken badge, and I tried refreshing and going to the original URL to the Sensio Labs one, and one at the very end of the README where they thank JetBrains to support this project.
Got you, makes sense. I've put that in. Some badges are broken. README is quite long. Suggest breaking up. Table of contents not required, as GitHub provides this feature now. Awesome. Let's have a look. Who have we got in the chat as well? Good question, Eleanor. Do you want to take this? Oh, have I missed some questions in the chat? Sorry, everyone. Multitasking.
The question is, what would be the best way to break up a long README?
Okay. I can't bring it up on screens. I can't find it. I would. Sorry, everyone. But I love the energized chat. So keep that going. The way I would suggest to break up the README is have like the important stuff for first-time visitors in the README, and then I would have a docs directory. Oh, they do have a docs directory, and link to that. They don't have much here, to be honest, though. They could move a lot more to the docs directory from the README. And also then docs directory could be built with a GitHub action into a docs website or a PDF or something like that. And also in the docs directory, there could be a README file. So when you click on the docs directory, now at the moment you've got nothing, it's just a file list. If there's a readme.md, just like in the root of the project, it will also display here automatically. The README will automatically be displayed under the file list. So that's what I would highly recommend.
And with that excellent answer, we have exhausted our time.
Oh my god, 4 minutes for us is so fast. Okay, I'll let people on stage talk about their thoughts as well while I'm making some notes. Okay, if not, we want to pull out some questions from the chat. So Jay, thank you so much, I think, for letting me know that there was a question. Eleanor, sorry for missing it. Hopefully I haven't missed too much. Okay, let me have a look. 45 people watching. You're all awesome. Thank you so much. Give the video a thumbs up.
Make sure you give the video a thumbs up.
Yeah. Great minds think alike, right?
Yes.
Mention the README. Love the releases. I think, what do you all think of the description real quick and the topics? They're a little bit long. It seems to push the releases down, I think.
I think that's true. Maybe the about section or the description of the repo could be made a bit smaller.
Yeah, they've got a link, which is good. And versioning. Okay. I want to close that. And I think move on to the next one. Wow, time passes fast when you're having fun.
Yes.
Okay, before I copy any links, I want to paste this underneath so I don't lose that. And I want to paste the link in the chat if anyone beats me to it. Yes, hopefully I beat Rohan. Okay, timer. I think it's time to start the timer again. It should be blue about now. Okay, let's go. Open source project. Let's have a look. First impressions. It's got a description, it's got topic, it's got a link, it's got releases. Super happy. First impressions, I think it's good.
I catch down at the environments section. You've got a production environment and a preview environment.
Uh,
I like that.
Where did I miss that? Oh, down here on the right-hand side. Yes, I scrolled right past it. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look. This is deployment. Okay, nice. And nice. So I'm guessing one deploys from different branches. Where am I going? If I go to workflows, node. Maybe they do it manually? I'll have to check and see. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time on that. So, what else have we got? So the environment's definitely a positive. Let's give that a thumbs up. Looks good. Some suggestions. Different environments. Looks great. What else did we see? Releases is awesome. Screenshots. Why? Why is really important. I know I missed out on a lot of our projects. But I think it's really nice when projects have a why section, like why they named it, or anything like that. I think that's really, really good.
This maintained badge is interesting. Why would you, it says yes. Why would you ever advertise that your project is not maintained? Like,
I'm not sure if VS Code should be committed either.
I've heard mixed things on that. There are some settings that you want committed because they affect, they make sure that if I clone it, my editor's using the same settings, but then there are other settings you don't want committed. I guess it's the same with like JetBrains, and one of my friends just had a really long Twitter thread about which JetBrains files should and should not be git ignored and all that. So
yeah,
the answer is I don't know.
I know what you mean.
I never have a VS Code folder, so.
Okay. What else have I written? Let's have a look. Different environments.
I've got a little bit of feedback.
Yeah, do it.
The app itself does not seem to let people log in using GitHub, even though that's one of the 4 login options. If you want to try that real quick, it'll take you a couple of seconds, just to make sure it's not just me.
No, we trust you.
If either one of you wants to try.
Yeah, we trust you. I would log that as a comment and maybe add any feedback or screenshots that you could share.
Yeah, got it.
I would definitely do that. I did share the link. I think I pretty much did. Or did Nick beat me to it? No, I beat Nick to it.
Yeah, on my end, I beat you. Chat is asynchronous. It's really fun. We're running out of time.
Yeah, we're at 22 seconds. Okay, I haven't got much constructive. I think it's really good. Let me see what actions they're using. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go ahead. Share your feedback.
So another thing which I noticed was there is a badge over here called Netlify Success, but the Netlify website isn't deployed. If you take a look, click on the badge and then go to the website URL, it isn't deployed.
Click on this one.
And it shows that the website is up for sale and so on.
Okay.
So I think that's not, it's deployed on Netlify, but the DNS expired. So they just need to renew their domain.
Yeah, but it doesn't show a Netlify URL too. So I'm guessing they explicitly specified it to deploy on their own custom domain, which has now expired or something of that sort.
We ran out of time. Okay, I'll let you put a comment in for that as well. I'm going to move on to the next one. What is everyone thinking about the 4 minutes? Too fast, too slow? I think we are getting through them faster.
4 minutes is pretty fast, but we're doing okay, I think.
And this is Niha is one of the Eddy Hubbards. I've seen them in Discord. Looks like they've got feedback from some familiar faces already. Good timing for Radio Eddy as well. Okay. Lots of great discussions with the community as well. I love this collaboration. This is epic. Okay, let me paste this in so I don't lose this. And let's scroll right up to the top. Link. Oh, I was getting there, Rohan. I was getting there. No, thank you for reminding me. I did forget. Okay, there's the link to the issues. Everyone can share. So what we're going to go for this time, GitHub profile or portfolio? Should we go for portfolio?
Let's do a portfolio.
Okay, let's do it. And also, we have got still the same people from the beginning on Radio Eddy, which is great. But if anyone else wants to join, we want to cycle this around. We'd love to get more people to practice their public speaking, give their opinions, ask a question. We'll keep cycling people around. And if you've been on before and then no one's up on stage, come up on stage and we can bring you back on stage again. So don't be shy, everyone. As you can see, we're all friendly and we're all here to learn together.
Yes, please. And I'm going to drop off for a bit to get dinner. So if someone else wants to come up, please do.
Awesome. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you shortly.
Yes, you will. See ya.
Did you start your timer?
Oh, no, I didn't. Thank you. Oh, there's so many things to remember. As a fail from me. Okay, wait a second. Got a fail sound from me. Okay, timer. I think I've got to click it twice. Once, there's not enough. 2 is enough. There we go. Timer has started. Thank you so much.
So the first thing I noticed,
Yes.
very first thing is look at the metadata title. So the title you get in your tab.
Oh, Devfolio Bootstrap. Oh, yes. That's a good one. Really good one. Page title is the template default, I'm guessing. Suggest personalizing it. Yes, good call. Well noticed. And that's small on my screen as well, but I'm guessing you got it open locally too.
Yes.
Got you. I really like this first page. I know it's not accessible, this writing, but it does look good. Animated text looks great.
Quick technical note, quick Radio Eddy technical note. Friends, if you request to speak and we bring you up on stage, please make sure you are muted if you are not actively speaking. If I do hear background noise, I don't have the ability to mute you for the stream, so I will have to move you back to the audience.
Got you. Good call. And also don't forget to mute on YouTube as well so you don't get the feedback from there too. Okay, we've still only got 33 likes. We've got over 40 people on the stream. Who hasn't given the video a thumbs up? Come on, give the video a thumbs up. Okay, so I think its first impressions is really good. I like how it's got a profile picture. I know some people don't like that, but I like that. I feel like when I'm reading this, I know the person. So I think that is great. I think that is really good. I think past experience, though, you could make this pop a bit more, a bit like with projects or a bit like with the about, because I think it is good, but it's just you're kind of hiding it a bit than what everyone else thinks. Let's have a look.
One thing which I
Got a bunch of points to throw in. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, one thing which I want to say in past experience as well is the bullet points would be better if they're left aligned. Like the center aligned doesn't make sense for bullet points, at least.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Oh, go on, Nick.
I think that stylistically either approach is decent, but I'm a fan of if you're centering your text, to have your bullets center with your text or just turn them off. I think that if you left align them, it kind of breaks the flow of the document.
Yeah, I do get that. I do get that that might break the flow, but maybe remove the bullets if you are centering them, or maybe have the bullets, or I don't know. Yeah, that's what I think. If you are centering them, just remove the bullets, or if you're having bullets, keep them left aligned.
I agree with you on that. But one more thing regarding the bullets itself, all of the first letters of the first words are not capitalized, grammatical errors. When it comes to the project, there's no alignment between the boxes, vertical alignment. In a sense, different boxes have different heights, and that does not look good. Same goes for the blogs. And at the footer, the Kaggle logo does not have a circle around it, is not uniform with the rest of the icons, social icons.
All great suggestions. We are running out of time, so please go put a comment in. I know Rohan has already put a comment in on the issue. Go put a comment in, and don't forget to also, people, you can raise individual issues, which I recommend to raise them individually on the repo. Not so you just get the green square, but so the person can accept it and do some work on it, or you can, or someone else can, but also they can close it, and so forth, all individually. Okay, moving on to the next one. Let's go. Aha, another name I recognize. Ayush. I think it's a different Ayush though that I was thinking of. Okay, let me paste this in here right at the bottom so I don't lose that. And copy the link before anyone says anything. I don't think anyone said anything yet.
Oh, I totally did.
Oh, you did it already. Okay, and then I'm going to press the timer twice before anyone reminds me. I did all three things about reminders. I think I'm getting better. See, practice makes perfect. Awesome. Okay, let's have a look. Lots of feedback and comments. Are we going for profile or portfolio?
Let's do a profile again, I think.
Profile. Okay. Let's have a look. Nick's speed. Yeah. It's the light. I swear it's the light. Whew. I need to get like a suntan in here. Okay. Bring the counter back up. Okay, I think we're good. Right. Profile. Okay. I do like this kind of tile thing, but are these dynamic? Oh, it's an SVG, so they might be. Okay, that looks good.
Oh, it is dynamic. I just saw the source.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
Eddie knows what I'm going to say.
Yeah, the animated text.
No, well, that too, but
the views.
The views. Here, let me see if I can get you to 2,000 in 4 minutes.
Refresh. Can we reduce the volume of the count time timer by bond? Yes, I can. It's at 50%. I can reduce it down to 30. Hopefully that's a bit better now. So we'll see as it approaches the last 30 seconds. If it gets too loud. We're all testing out. So thank you all for the feedback. Really appreciate it. Okay, lots of highs from people. Awesome to have you here. If you just joined, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to submit your profile to get reviewed as well. And share your thoughts. Get your green squares. Okay, I want to put that in the first things first. Profile, views. I do not think are great.
I think another kind of big thing in this README is there seems to be 2 profile views counter in the same README.
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
Which is quite high.
Oh, this one as well. So 2,641, and this one's lower.
And both have different number of views.
I guess one got added sooner, and then one got added later.
Yeah, something like that.
There are 2 profile views, 2 profile view counters, and with different numbers, and with different.
And Nick recommends 0.
Okay. Let's have a look. There's a description. I think that's really good. Also, Twitter link. I think that's great. Profile link. Also really good. Lots of organizations. Eddy Hub organization. Yes. I didn't check the others, but I'm sure you all did as well.
That's the important one.
Yeah, yeah, that's the most important. And we are actually, Sarah is at the moment writing some information, hopefully we'll release in the next few days, on how you can add Eddy Hub to your LinkedIn as a volunteer and how it can hopefully help you as well. So we've got some cool stuff coming on that too. We are working on lots of improvements.
For the record, I'll drop my LinkedIn link in the chat because I added that a while ago.
Go ahead, Nick. You can drop anything you want in the chat. That's fine. What else are we going to say? So for me, it's a bit long. Is the only thing I'll say about the README. Everything's quite big. I mean, let me just reduce it really small for a second so I can see how it looks on my 5K screen, because this is how I normally would see it. And yeah, for me, it's a little bit on the long side, marginally. I just think the GitHub Stats takes up too much space. So I've got an idea. Don't know what you all think. What I would suggest is like right-align the GitHub Stats and put the social links down the left or something.
Yeah, I do agree. The stats are good, but it feels like too much stats at this level. And we can also talk about the GitHub commit graph, commit pull request, issue, code review graph. It's not graph, sorry. The diamond. What's it
Oh
called?
yes, the one further down. Sorry. Yes, very commit heavy. You're right. That's true. Contribution graph. This is why I love getting different people on the live stream, getting everyone watching your feedback in the chat, because you get to notice different things from different people. So I even forgot to look at that. Contribution graph is very commit heavy. Suggest contributing in other.
Don't forget, everyone, to leave comments on the issues, open issues on the repositories directly. Get your green squares. 4 minutes is not a lot of time for us to touch on every comment in the chat, but if you leave comments in the issues, it'll be there for everybody to see and respond to.
Exactly. Great description and links. Okay, cool. Okay, we're going to close that. Behind my head. I've been writing that. It's behind my head, but I've been talking as I've been doing it, so hopefully people haven't missed too much. Right. Close that. Refresh. If we can clear the 4th page, I think that'd be good. Let's see how we can go. Scroll to the bottom, paste this in so I don't lose it. Go to the top, grab the link. Okay, Nick beat me to it. Well done, Nick.
I'm trying.
No, that's good. That's good. 5 seconds, Eddie. Oh, Kawali, I missed it. I think I overshot by a little bit. That's, yeah.
Wow, I was not expecting my LinkedIn to blow up. Oops.
Yes, everyone give... am I connected to you, Nick, on LinkedIn? Let's have a look.
We're connected.
Must be connected. Number 1. Yes. Oh, I cleared all my notifications just before the live stream. I'm glad it's kind of... hasn't exploded again. Everything went red, all clear, done, which is great. Karuna, Nick's seriously beating me. Yeah. Nick is fast. Have you seen Nick's green squares on GitHub? So fast. Okay. Nick shared the link. I will share the counter. And we're cooking on gas again. Profile or open source projects? We got open source project this time?
What does everybody else on Radio Eddy think?
Yes, true.
Let's do an open source project.
Okay.
Works for me.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's an action.
Ooh, we like actions.
And
We
the
like
action is
actions.
linked in the README of the person, the profile. The GitHub profile has that workflow running, so maybe while checking the site, you can also just quickly look at the profile too.
Sorry, Vivi, I missed that. You were too quiet for me. Could you say that again?
Yeah, maybe we can, while we're doing that, we can also look at their profile because this action is running on their profile too.
Okay, got you. We can have a quick look at that. Okay, so it's an open source project. It's an action, so I'm super happy because I do love GitHub Actions. They are freaking epic. There are releases. That's cool. Does this have any actions running? No, this action does not have actions running, which is fine. First impression, I do like the banner. For some reason, these banners, I don't know, I'm starting to warm up to them. I do like them. I do like that. Screenshot. Let's get some positive feedback. Love the README. Let's see what else.
This is really well documented.
Yeah, it's really good, even with the permissions that you need for this action, which really I should do to some of my actions. This is why I love doing these, because I learn so much as well. Really, really good. Let's see.
So their docs folder has a README.
Oh, let's go check that out.
And their docs folder is it looks like it's set up to be a generated site.
Oh yes, it is. It's a Jekyll. So let's have a look. Is there a link to it? GitHub Pages.
That's what I'm trying to find, is the link to the website.
Oh, we can guess it, right? It will be it's their username. I'm gonna have to copy and paste that. And then it's, if I remember correctly, username.github.io / the repo name, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and it is I found it. It's linked in the README at the very bottom.
Oh, is it? Okay, so maybe that's one constructive feedback we can give, which is documentation, put it higher up. Move documentation link higher up the README.
One thing which otherwise you can do is click on the deployments and click on view deployment.
Oh, let's have a look. I want to learn something new again. Deployments.
If
So environments by deployments. I click on deployments. View deployment. Interesting. Nice. Cool.
just in case if someone forgot to add their links, yeah.
That's great. Thank you. We've got over 50 people. I mean, this deserves a victory. Love this. We're halfway there to my record, which I think was 109. It's the highest I've ever had. You're all awesome. I just want to say that if I haven't said that already. And a big shout out to everyone on stage on Radio Eddy with me. And you're all welcome to join on Radio Eddy. You've got to join by the Discord. Nick will bring you on stage and you can join the conversation. Also, big shout out to Nick in the chat as well for all the help and support that he always does for our community. And I'm going to shout out, sign up to our newsletter as well, because that way you can keep up to what the community is up to. They're doing so many awesome things. Okay.
Newsletter is great. It's well worth your time.
Thank you, Nick. And we're making improvements every time, which I really enjoy. We've already got the next newsletter for next month in 4 weeks already prepared. So we're working on the one afterwards as well. So many achievements and shout outs for the community that we're going to have to keep getting ahead and adding them in. So it's great. Okay. Let's have a look. What else do we think? It's got deployments on pages, documentation. I mean, this looks really, really good. I think this is a really good project. Do they use issues? They do use issues. Pull requests as well. I really, really like it. I mean, it's just.
I'm not sure if. Let me know what do you think about this. But for my projects, I usually like to have a cover image or something of that, which is here on the top. But under the cover image, I usually have the heading written. I always have the heading written, which I don't see over here. What do you think? Is it kind of mandatory to add a heading to the README, or what do you think?
When you say a heading, do you mean like the name of the repo?
Yeah, I mean the name of the repo under the cover image.
Yeah, I think GitHub puts that in
it.
by default, and then I think a lot of people remove it. I don't think it's needed. You kind of know where you are and which repo. So, portfolio file. I don't think just having, and it's already up here as well, and to have it down here again. The H1 could be important for your table of contents though. So maybe,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Go on, Nick.
My Markdown linter complains if I have any Markdown file where the first line is not a top-level header.
Yeah, so I think having the name maybe doesn't make sense. Maybe having something like introduction or something a bit more descriptive and useful could be good. Or if you don't have this big banner, because this is like half a page of banner, so it looks nice, and you've got the stars and the forks. And again, personally, I think the stars and the forks probably aren't needed. And the issues and pull requests, because you can see them up here already. I know it's conveniently put at the top of the README, but that shouldn't really matter. Like even if I click on it, it doesn't go to it. So I don't know. I personally, now I think about it, now that you mention it, I think those badges, I don't like those badges personally. They look good, but I don't think they add much value, and they just make the banner taller. Was my thoughts. So I kind of sidestepped away from the heading that you were talking about. But let me see what other people thought in the chat as well. Lots of great conversations going on. Awesome. Yeah.
We're not so good at this timer thing.
Oh my God, the timer's finished. No one warned me in the chat. People in the chat, when the timer appears at the top corner, that means you have 60 seconds left. Let me know. When we have 30 seconds left, let me know. When we have 10 seconds left, please let me know. Yes, I'm terrible at timer. Right, okay. Let me write this and see. Badges, stats, badges make the banner tall.
So while you write that, I should probably mention that I'm making promises on your behalf. So Carl, in our chat, had mentioned that he had not set up a GitHub profile yet. So he's working on that right now, and
Nice.
I made the commitment that if Carl can have a GitHub profile README in place while we're on this stream, we will review it.
Let's do it, Carl. For you, definitely. You're doing such an amazing work on all our repos, but especially the API repo, which you've been really moving along. Absolutely, definitely. We'll definitely do that. And talking about personalized READMEs, on the last stream, Eleanor created their repo to customize their GitHub profile. How's that coming along, Anna? Can we have a look at that? Have there been any tweaks or changes? And who else have we got? I see Vincent's joined, Kelly. So it's great to see lots of more people joining as well. We're almost at 60 viewers. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up, a like. It really helps support the channel. And trust me, it will not cost you anything. Okay, has Nick shared this one already? Probably has.
Yes.
Yes. Let me put the timer on the screen. And also, for anyone else who has joined, we do have Discord stages where you can come and join and chat on radio. We do want to mix it up, so great to have all these people on, but we're going to cycle people and so forth. So if you do want to come on, practice your public speaking, give your feedback on what we're reviewing, anything like that, do join. It would be awesome to have you on here. Okay.
One feedback the chat has for you, Eddy, is
Yes.
that the timer is kind of transparent. So it's not always very clearly visible to some of the people.
Okay.
So maybe the next time it can be a solid color.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We can make a solid color in that corner because I don't think there's much text in there. So yeah, we could do that. Remind me afterwards. I'll do it straight after this live stream. Otherwise I will forget. Okay. Counters going. Progress bars going on the bottom. Let's go. 4 minutes and counting. Love that. All that. Loads of great feedback by people. This is awesome. I love that. Niha, we reviewed Niha's before and they're giving feedback on other people's. Love that. This is how people stand out, grow their network and learn. It's awesome. Don't forget to do that. So GitHub profile or open source project? What do you all think?
I'm going to vote for a profile, but I still want to hear what everybody else on Radio Eddy thinks.
Yes. So who's been quiet?
Sorry to interrupt, but there is no GitHub profile or the GitHub profile README.
Oh, there isn't one. Okay. So good point. That makes a decision for us. We will be doing
That makes it easy.
their app. So thank you very much for clarifying that. Awesome. Let me bring this over. Okay, I see everyone saying loves the green squares. Green squares for the win, definitely. Okay, first things first, I think they need a profile picture. I don't know, I don't know what you all think. And I'd love to people on Radio Eddy and in the chat to say, I find if they haven't got a profile picture, I just feel it's a bit spammy, even though it's probably not. I'm not saying they are, but I don't know, just not having it just feels like it's a bot or something. Highly.
Yep, I'm a fan of profile pictures. I mean, I have the same one on all of my accounts for a reason.
I think it's really helpful when they're the same username, same picture. I think that's really good. I know some people don't like to put their picture, and if you want to put a picture of your pet or a cartoon character version like Nick has of yourself, that's fine. But just something unique to yourself, I think is good. So I noticed no releases. It's the first thing I notice. No releases. Suggest adding them manually or using a GitHub action to create them. Here we go.
Here's a question for Eddy and for everybody in the chat and on our Radio Eddy. What are your thoughts on contributing documentation in the README versus in a contributing.md file?
Ooh, Nick asking the hard questions.
Hey, it's relevant. They've got contributing instructions in their README, so now I have to ask.
No, it's a great question, and I'm always torn. I'm always like on the fence, and sometimes I do it one way, sometimes I do it the other way. I think, personally, I'll let other people answer afterwards. I think the README can grow really quickly. So I think maybe it's good for how the README to have like the teasers, like or the most important stuff, and then start breaking things out into other sections like contributors file, the docs directory, and so on. So I think
Agreed.
It depends how the README is going. If it's small to begin with, then you can maybe have it all in there. But as it grows, things need to move out. If it gets too long, it really puts people off. And to break it down into a docs directory and into individual files, I think is just so important.
I agree to that. And like in this case, the setting up the project section is very big. It can be a whole different file of itself. But let's say the contributing guidelines aren't that much. If you can reduce it down to like 3-4 lines, say this is the main contributing MD, this is our Discord server join, and maybe whatever. So that's still acceptable in a README when you're having 4 or 5 lines. But of course the setting up project section is too long to be in this README. Yeah.
Yeah, I think quick start is
I
probably
think-
good. Sorry, go on.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, carry on.
I think one of the things that works, and I think might be a good idea, is I put in my README as a question: do you want to contribute? And then I write 3 or 4 lines where I mention some of the high-level things about contributing. Create an issue first. Take a look at the open issues. Take a look at this board if you want to see what issues I'm working on. And I also mention a link to the contributing guidelines. So before contributing, you should also take a look at the contributing guidelines for an in-detail depth of how this project works, or how you should be contributing to it.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. Okay, the timer has run out. Don't forget, everyone, you can make your own notes as well on the issue and under the repo as well. And for the issues you raise, for each point, you do get a green square. I saw someone asking what a green square is. So a green square is where you get a green square on your profile. Let me bring up mine and show you. I won't bring up Nick's because then we'll all cry, but I'll bring up mine, and mine's a lot quieter than Nick's. But the green square is these green squares, and they're not really important, so don't get hung up on them, but it does look nice to have some green squares. And I haven't got one today. What? I need to raise an issue today to get a green square or push some code or do something. Okay, I'll do that after the live stream. Still a bit of time left.
I have 200 more to go. I am so close.
Just to clarify, Nick means 200 more to go until 10,000 in the last 12 months, which is super impressive. But Nick, don't forget, relax as well.
I did some relaxing last night. I've been reading a book.
Sounds good. Reading a book. That's not relaxing. But for some people it is. I appreciate that. Okay, I've closed that because the timer has long gone. I thank you for all the warnings in the chat for the timer. I missed it. So yeah, 4 minutes goes so fast. Right. Next one, review time. Have they got a timer? Okay. Let me just paste this at the bottom. I'm sure Nick has already pasted it in the chat.
Nope, that one's all you.
Okay. This one's all me. Okay, cool. Eddie giving green squares and hasn't got one yet. Yes, I'm all about the sharing the green squares, so I forget to get them myself sometimes. But it's okay. It's 6 p.m. here in the UK, so I've got time to still get some more green squares. Okay, Go on.
I was going to say, let's do a resume. We haven't done a resume in a while.
Let's do that one. Good idea.
Hold on. Let me open it first.
Oh, yeah, check there's no, home address, bank account numbers with PIN codes or something like that. You wouldn't believe what people put in their resumes.
No, I think we are all good.
We're safe? Okay, cool. And while I open that, everyone, don't forget, there's almost 80 people. Oh my God. So close to my maximum high of 109. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Okay, resume, let's do it. I've got this below. We'll give some feedback. Let's have a look. So, I mean, it's a bit bigger. It's all quite small for you. Here we go. Let's have a look. Eddie Hub is up. I love that. I gotta mention that, right? Okay, that deserves victory. Oh, I didn't start the timer. You all forgot to remind me to start the timer.
I was going to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt.
No worries. And Alex is here. Alex, awesome to have you here. Good luck with your exams. I know you've been working really hard at the moment. And the timer should appear now. Yes. Just to let you know, I'm all looking at the timer up there, but it was there, so we're good. Timer is here. Okay, let's go. Love the temporary title, I should say, right? It's not always going to be there. Love the temporary title.
It's a great placeholder.
Yeah, love that. I'm not sure about the phone number. I tried calling it, it didn't work. No, I'm just joking.
I thought that was a bank pin, and I locked out my card.
I know what Nick's going to say. Nick's going to say 2 columns doesn't work very well with, I forget what you call it, but the CV Muncher Analyzer programs. But I do,
Applicant tracking system.
That's the one. But I do like the layout. I like it that it's one page.
It looks so good. I love looking at a 2-column layout because it is so clean, but those gosh darn robots can't read it. And So it makes it really hard to get past the robots and get your resume in front of a human being.
True. Achievements, big and bold. I love that. Like really big achievements, right? I don't know why people kind of get a bit shy about their achievements. Your resume is to shout yourself out. And if you're not going to do it, I was going to say no one else will do it for you. No, we will still do it for you. Absolutely. But we might not be speaking to the HR person, the recruiter that you're dealing with. So definitely shout yourself out. I think that's really, really important. So I do like that achievement section. Big, bold. Time is still going. Okay, cool. Top skills. I like that as well. Quite high level as well. It's not React or Angular or whatever. So I think that's pretty good. I think
it's Flask, which is like Python React. So
okay, but also I like the kind of the NoSQL rather than Mongo or something specific.
Yes.
I think that keeps it quite generic, which I think is clever, which is good. And again, you might tweak these depending, and Nick said this before, so I'm stealing this from Nick. You might tweak this depending on what you're applying for. If the job description says you must have Flask and you must have Mongo, I would update it to include those. But if they don't specify anything to do with, like say, Mongo or data stacks or anything like that, but you know most applications want a database, then I would put NoSQL. So show them that you understand how NoSQL works generally. But yeah, I would.
Eddie.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're not stealing it. My suggestions are all open source.
Awesome.
You
love
forked
that. We forked it. Someone's asking what ATS is.
ATS is Applicant Tracking System, and it's the robots and the magic technology that companies use to pre-screen applicants. So an ATS will look at your application and look at your resume and basically try to read it, usually for specific keywords. And so if you're applying for a job in Angular and you mention React all over your resume, the robot's not looking for React, it's looking for Angular. So it basically reads and analyzes your resume rather poorly, but it tries, and then says, yes, this is a quality candidate, let's ship it to a human, or no, this is not a quality candidate, let's just toss it.
Got you. Okay, I'm going to try and bring this up here. So hopefully also the numbers stand out a bit more on the screen as well. Let's see how that looks. Oh, we have a couple of people who want to come up on stage as well. We have Tom and Carl.
They're green because we've invited them up on stage. They just need to click the yes button.
Got you. Okay. Let's go on to the next one because I think the timer. I finished on time for once. Oh my god, that deserves a victory
Level up.
Sound effect. Exactly. That's a proper victory sound effect, not just a level up. Awesome. Cool. Okay, next one. Let's refresh this and have a look. We're still on 4 pages. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resume reviews. There's a lot. We might have to skip some of these resume reviews. Come back to the next time.
Hey, that's not very nice.
I want to mix it up a bit. I do want to mix it up a little bit.
We can't skip. That's rude. Well, here, this very first resume review has a GitHub profile and a portfolio, so we can pick one of those instead.
That's true. What do people want in the chat? Let us know. Write resume, profile, or portfolio. Write it in the chat. Write it in the chat. Let's have a look and see what we've got.
Let's do a portfolio. We don't do enough of those, I feel like.
That's true. We haven't done one of those in that much. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. Let me just write this down below. Reviews on live stream. Let's see, what have we got? Okay, full stack, web and mobile. Percentages. I know Nick's going to say they don't like the percentages.
Yep.
The first thing I'd like to point out is, I don't know if this is a big thing, but I really look for this. HTTP and not HTTPS.
I didn't start the timer. Thank you so much for Aditya for reminding me about the timer. Okay, cool. Sorry, HTTP and HTTPS. True.
Yeah, so this one is not on HTTPS. So. I don't know if it's a big thing for a portfolio website, but I think
it is.
Definitely.
not a big deal, but I think it's that first impression. If you can have it on HTTPS, I think it looks nice. But you're right, it's not. You're not making payments on here.
I know a few people who have their browsers set to not even visit a website. You can't load the website if it's not HTTPS.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
So, just because I see yellow on white background, I went ahead and ran Lighthouse on this, and
thinking.
The yellow is not high enough contrast. That's the big one. The yellow is not high enough contrast, so I would definitely look into that.
And then the progress bars, right? HTML5, 95%. Does that mean they know 95% of all the tags? I can see people putting some comments in as well. Love this. Don't forget, everyone watching, raise each item as an issue on the repo. You can get green squares for your GitHub profile. Cool. Okay. Percentages on technologies is not a great. What can I say? It's not a great. Is not a great. What's the word? An easy word that I can spell. Not too hard. Not a great.
Metric.
Thank you. I can spell that. Perfect. Whoa, other people commenting stuff in. Love that. Keep that going. Perfect. Okay, how's the timer doing? We've still got time.
It looks like we got time. I'm gonna steal some of that time to say hello to Alex, who just hopped on Radio Eddy. Glad you managed to have some time to come say hello. Really hope your exams are well. Looking forward to hearing all about your graduation and your future plans.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for having me, and I hope I don't take too much time of the review.
Hey Alex, awesome to have you here. I've just seen your comment in the chat which has said maybe swap the windows around. You are right, but I want the timer that's going to appear in like 10 seconds to be on the dark background. But what I will do is move this up, so hopefully I'm not covering too much of it behind my big furry kind of head. I need a haircut. But yes, so in the future I might put a timer above me, so therefore I can swap the windows around. So good call. And before I forget, someone's been asking about Lighthouse. Oh, Nick's already writing in the chat. Do check it out. It comes with Chrome as part of Chrome now, I think, built in. So you can review. It reviews your project like performance and page size and accessibility. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so what are your thoughts? So people on stage and everyone in the chat, what are your thoughts on this? We have 25 seconds left. What do you all think about this portfolio?
Another thing I would like to point out is, if you take a look at the professional skills, I want you to take a look at two of those bars, the JavaScript one and the UX UI one. The JavaScript one is 65%, and you can see the amount of yellow color it has, or the amount of progress bar that is filled. And UX UI is 50%, but it has a more filled progress bar than the 65% bar.
Oh yes, so, good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. I hadn't twigged on that.
You know how you can fix that?
Not remove the percentages.
remove the whole thing.
Also, 50% is higher than, I think it was 65, right? Okay, time has finished, so I'm going to grab this and move on to the next one, but great suggestions. Okay. Let's have a look. Wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 links here, so we get to pick. So I want to leave this to the audience. Let's have some voting people in the chat. So we have a GitHub profile, we have an open source project, we have a portfolio, and we have a resume. What do you all think we should review? And then while you're all voting in the chat, I can chat. Carl has come up and Tom's come up. They haven't spoken yet. How are you both doing? How is Germany? You're both in Germany.
Harry, fine, and you?
All is good. Great to have you here. There's a delay of if someone's in Discord. Yes, if you're in Discord and you're watching the YouTube, there will be a delay. So I recommend you focus on YouTube unless you're coming to join the audio chat on Radio Eddy. Cool.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Carl. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good morning,
And
Carl.
you?
Is your GitHub README up yet?
Yeah.
It's not up yet. I had to delete it again because it looked awful.
Get something up there. Once it's up there, we can review it and we can open PRs and issues and we can help you.
It
Okay,
has been
I-
removed. Come on, do it now. Do it now. A bit of peer pressure, like we did with Eleanor last week.
I'll give my best.
Just open the vanilla one. You don't have to customize it. We can all customize it together. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, I can manage to push this.
Awesome. Cool.
Yes, Carl and I just talked about GitHub profiles the last 2-3 days, and
All
Oh,
night
no.
long. We discussed it very hard.
I'm always making improvements to mine as well. I think it's it's a living project. Those profiles, which is so part of the fun.
So are your profile web pages. I can tell you mine's a very living
True.
project.
Very, very true.
the best one I see this far is 4 in a row in the GitHub README. That was really fun.
Which one? Sorry.
There was a GitHub README with where you can play 4 in a row with issues.
Oh, I think
Really
I've seen
fun.
that before. Yeah.
And I saw one where you could play a Pokemon, where you could click on arrows and then the avatar in the game moved, and you could talk to other people in the Pokemon game.
Wow.
That's they put quite much effort into their readmes.
That's pretty cool. You have to share me some links with me so I can have a look. I thought of doing something like noughts and crosses or something, but the GitHub actions run pretty fast, so you could kind of like play and then someone else could make another play. But how do you stop the same person playing for the other person and stuff like that? So I guess you know who the user is. You're giving me ideas. No, don't distract me. You're giving me ideas. That's for another time. Games in README. That's for another time. So what was... I see Eleanor says peer pressure works. Polite peer pressure. Just polite encouragement, I think, is good. And on that note, Eleanor, how is your README doing? Should we have a look at Eleanor's as well? I can't remember the URL. Let me see if I've got it. Aha, I have. Yes! Eleanor has customized it even further. That is epic. Really, really like that. Wow. So in a week, you've improved it so much. That is so cool. Everyone say, well done, Eleanor.
Hey,
Yes.
don't keep the URL all to yourself. You should drop that in the chat.
Yes. That's true. Eleanor's got 22 followers on GitHub. Let's see if we can make it 32.
Let's see if we can make it 50. Come on, everyone. We have
Okay.
69 viewers.
Yes, let's do it. And while you're at it, give the video a thumbs up. But that's awesome. That is what a great picture. Is that actually you? Is that a picture of you scuba diving? That's so cool. Okay, timers. Let's put the timer up. Let's. There was some voting in the chat. We had project, profile, GitHub. I think everyone voted for it. There were 4 options. I think we got 1 for each. Oh no, one of them had 2. Open source project and GitHub. No, that's different things. Project. I think project won. So let's have a look at project. Okay. Timer up on the screen. I almost forgot. The blue bar has started along the bottom. Let's go. What does everybody think? Description, love it. Oh, is it an NPM package? Very cool. Yeah, it's an NPM package. Nice. Got some tags. Got releases. Gonna love some releases.
Uses TypeScript.
Nick's happy. I love it when we go look at these projects and we see so many Eddy Hubbards contributing to these projects. I really love that. It makes me so happy. Like also when I wake up in the morning and I see everyone collaborating already, I love seeing those chats in Discord. So that's epic. Cool. Okay, so one thing I want to... Actually, we'll get to the README. We'll come back to my idea in a second. So let me just say some of those things. So great releases, description, topics, and link. Let's have a look at the README. Oh, one badge. If I refresh this, will the badge reappear? Yes, it does. Okay. Application support. Very clean README. I like it. Very, very clean. What I was going to suggest, which I want to go for, is I'm going to have a look at the actions and workflows. Let's have a look. You've got greetings, you've got node, and you've got stale. Okay. So the other one I was going to suggest, I've kind of forgotten what it was now. Releases could be a good one. Deploying it to NPM could also be a good one. Suggest using GitHub Actions for releases and deploying and releasing. I'm a bit confusing. That makes sense, right? Releasing to NPM. There was something else I was going to think of. I've forgotten. I can't remember. I think it looks good. I think it looks great. Are there examples, documentation, data, docs? What do you all think?
I talk too much. We have 5 people in Radio Eddy, and I'm talking too much. This is a problem.
Wow. Okay. Well, we've got probably about a minute and a half left. So let's go. What does everyone suggest? Share your feedback and your thoughts.
To it, so I like it.
Nice. If there's anything you could change, what would you change or improve? Not change, improve.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that anything Tom wanted to change has probably already been changed because Tom is a contributor on this project.
True.
Yes,
Okay.
that's true.
Fair enough.
I think it's very well organized.
Yeah, there's a docs directory, data, usage, really, really nice. Let's have a look. Actually, one suggestion I've got is potentially using a README in the docs directory to explain a bit more about what the files are in there. Possibly use a README in the docs directory to docs. There we go. Francesco's in the chat. Francesco, thank you so much for the €2. Awesome to have you here. Actually, on that note, Francesco, let me pause the timer. 18 seconds. Let me pause it for a second. Hit that button. Should pause it. Yes. I am doing a Twitter space with Francesco tomorrow. Check Twitter. I think it's like 5:30 BST. So do check that out. We're talking on openness, including open source, but also other openness, I think. I have to check our notes. My memory is terrible, and my brain is fried by all these lights. So apologies, I can't remember everything. But something along that line, do join. And Karuna, thank you very much for the 40-second reminder. That's really, really useful. So it's good. Cool. Right. And let me bring the timer back up. How we got? 14 seconds. Any last thoughts, anybody? Let me check the chat. If anyone on Radio Eddy has any thoughts. Don't be shy. No issues. I suggest that you probably should use issues more. About pull requests. 16, I guess, because people are contributing. Okay. I think we finished on time, right?
Yes.
Done. I think we're getting better as a team, everyone, aren't we? Finishing on time.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
We got this.
Don't know if we're going to clear this whole page 4. How are we doing on time? We've been going for over an hour already. Wow. Time flies.
See,
having fun.
The problem is I think we're getting new ones as we clear the old ones. So, yeah, we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 issues opened since we started this live stream.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that explains it. I thought the list was going up a bit slower. I was like, I'm sure we've cleared many more than that. This is the Twitter space we have tomorrow as well. So, thank you very much, Alex. Alex is always dropping the coin. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Actually, on that note, for dropping the coin to both of you, what we should do is actually we should share some people's links. So, Francesco, what's your YouTube channel called? I can't remember the name. It's not your name, is it? And then while we're doing that, I will bring up... actually, I will continue. Nick, if you could do me a favor and you could share in the chat. Alex might be an admin already, but probably won't share it himself. Could you share Alex's GitHub and Francesco's YouTube or GitHub as well to say thank you very much to that? My setup, thank you very much. Getting a suntan over here as well at the same time. Wearing the Eddy Hub t-shirt for extra luck. We've got some sticker swags going out very soon. We're going to run some competitions. Okay, Eddie, stop getting distracted. Bring up the next one. We have got profile, open source project without a link, portfolio, and resume without a link. Oh, on the website. Okay. So what do people think?
Let's do the portfolio.
Portfolio. Nick has spoken again. Let's have a look. Okay. Let me bring this down here. Oh, I do like the animations. It does look good. Oh, timer.
So I'm going to cancel today's project open source review while we all play with these constellations.
Can people see
they
that?
They move. If you
stream?
Move your mouse towards them, they run away from you.
That's so cool. Can people see that on the live stream? That's quite good fun.
That's a cool library named Particle.js.
Got you.
So
I also love using it in my project, but it takes a lot of resources.
Yeah, I think these are one of the ones that will come up where you see at the top of Safari, maybe Chrome does the same, I'm sure it does, where it says browser tab or website using too much resources, do you want to close? Which isn't great. So yeah.
This is good fun.
Nick's having fun. Okay, well, Nick's having fun. Let's have a look. So first impressions looks really good. First impressions is pretty awesome because, as you can see, Nick's very excited and we're all playing with it.
There's more.
There's more. Oh, there's more.
Scroll
underneath.
Down. There's more.
Yeah, but isn't that even more resources that this is going to use as well?
Yes, and it's I'm going to run Lighthouse and see what Lighthouse says, but I have resources to spare, so I have no problem with it. But there's some probably performance concerns and accessibility concerns there. No, it's getting almost perfect scores on Lighthouse.
Cool. And one thing I've noticed is it looks really professional. Book a call, I think it goes to Calendly. Again, I really like that. So that's really, really nice. View services. It's really crystal clear. I think that's so important, like having everything really clear. I think it's just so beneficial. What they use, the platforms they use, again, really, really great. Love that. I think it's a really clear message. Great. Oh, not in capitals, although I would write it in capitals. Great, clear message of services and bookable by Calendly. I think that's just epic.
So here is the one thing, the one thing that I would say about this entire website. Because it looks cool, and I don't think I have anything to complain about, except who are you? This is a portfolio website, and it looks like it's written for a business, but that it doesn't really tell me anything about who's behind the GitHub account.
That's very true. So on that note, we've made a few suggestions, everyone. Don't forget, you can raise these as comments, as issues on the repo, so you can get your green squares. And I've just seen we've just passed 80 again, according to my stats here. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, really helps support the channel. How are we doing on timer? Oh, 45 seconds. I see Aditya saying 82 people watching. Yes, I mean, I think that's like, we're getting close to my peak, so that is awesome. We are getting there. Oh, put the counter back up. I made a note of that. I do like it as a business and services and so forth. It does look really, really good. Is it open source and is it on GitHub? Oh, it is. Maybe it is on GitHub. Let's have a look. I'm guessing it's Web Studio, maybe. Possibly Web Studios IO. Yeah. So it's open source, which I think is great as well, so people can have a look at it and see. I think some people like to look at this. I think that's great. Really positive. Is it a business or portfolio? Question mark. I think it looks nice. Okay. Timer is gone. So let's. By the way, for the new people who have joined, I keep looking up because the timer's up there on my screen. That's why I keep looking up. Okay, let me close that and see.
I'm going to go put particles on my website.
Do it. Absolutely do it. Okay, cool. How are we doing? We're going to be up on like 5 pages. I swear this is growing. Okay, again, let me paste this in below. Let's see. So we need some help. Everyone in the chat, we need your help. And we're not going to listen to Nick this time. We're going to say, what do you prefer to review? Profile, open source project, or portfolio? What do you all think?
While the chat votes, Carl, how's your GitHub README coming along?
Oh yes.
I pushed something.
Okay, let's have a look. Good call.
Let's go review that real quick.
It's more or less plain.
No, but it's still
that's
good.
okay.
That's good. It's you're standing out now more than probably, like, you're in the top probably like 2% on GitHub just by doing that. And I think people don't realize by just doing that extra kind of, you do loads of great stuff. So I'm not saying you don't do that, go that extra mile. The stuff you do in the API for our community or repo is amazing. But I'm saying just sometimes people don't realize by doing that little bit, you said it's simple, but you're already probably in like the top 5% of people on GitHub, just talking about the repo. In terms of the contributions you do, you're probably like even further. But just talking in terms of just looking at your customized repo, most people don't customize it. I don't understand why. I just don't understand. Okay, it's such a good real estate to put a bit from someone's resume or anything that they want. I think is great. And you're getting a shout out from people in the chat as well. Did we share Carl's GitHub?
I did.
You did. Okay, awesome.
Just now.
Perfect. Okay, cool. 24 followers. Let's see if we can get it to 34. And while we're doing that, I want to go check out Eleanor's. I know there'll be no change, but I'm hoping we've gone up. Yes, 31. That was at 22, I think. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Love that. Community's awesome at supporting each other. That's wicked. Okay. What do people do in the chat? Let me have a look. I haven't brought the timer up yet, so we're good. What have we got? Project is one. I need some like voting system. I'm going to be terrible at this. So we'll do project, portfolio, profile. I haven't got a third hand to like count it any further. Okay, at a glance, what do we think? I think project seems to be winning. I think at a glance. Okay.
Yeah, project is winning.
Okay, cool. I'm glad someone else verified that. So thank you very much, Alex. That's awesome. So if project's winning, we're going to pick the open source project. Let's do that. Cool. Okay, and what do we do now? Timer. Timer's up? No, timer's off. Timer is up. Do we have blue in the corner? No. I have a busted the timer. Okay, blue in the corner. Progress bar's moving. Let's have a look. I'm going to share the newsletter one more time so you all don't miss out. The newsletter went out yesterday, and if you missed it, sign up so you can get the next one where you can see the community shout-outs and all the awesome work the community is doing. Okay, what is everyone's first impressions? I don't like that though. What does everyone think? I don't like the kind of, not because it's a wink, but because, I don't know, it just doesn't, because it's at the beginning of the line, it kind of reads a bit weird for me. Just my thoughts.
Maybe expand your browser window.
I think it's fixed width. Oh no, it does change slightly. Okay. Yeah, okay. Ignore me. I won't write that down. Okay. Lots of tags. No releases yet. That's what jumps out to me. What does everyone else spot? What do you all think? Suggest adding releases. What else do we have?
Maybe the screenshots to be aligned.
Oh,
because
you're racing ahead. Oh yes, good point. Suggest using issues, but also screenshots are not aligned. Yeah, good point. Screenshots in README are great. but would look better if aligned. I hope people are creating these as issues on the repo. Do you not want your green squares? Green squares for the win.
If you go to the live website,
Okay.
can you see the Eddy Hub board that I just created?
I see dev boards.
Okay, so it must be local storage based then.
Yeah, it must be. Make your own Kanban boards. Test. So if I create test, yeah, I'm guessing it's local storage. Pretty cool. It's like GitHub projects. But yeah, it's local storage. So you can't work with someone on a team, but it still looks good. But it says Zoom and Trello board clone. I wonder how you can work with a team. Okay. How's the timer doing? We're coming up to the last minute in a second. Okay. Oh, I guess you're going to share your screen within Zoom to do it. That's like, yes, because it's screen sharing is on. Okay. But it looks good. I think they could use GitHub Actions a bit more and issues. So I suggest using GitHub Actions for automation. And then they could, if I look in package.js, I always like to look at this. There'll be some script commands. You could, there's no build one here, but if there was a build one, then you could put that in the GitHub Actions, check the project builds okay and so forth. So, yeah, okay, 33 seconds. Let's have a look. No one's reminded me in the chat that we were down to the last minute. Okay. Any last thoughts on that? I've closed it now. Guess not. Close. Okay.
I like it. It's off to a great start.
I agree. It was clean. I think a bit more GitHub Action stuff would be good. Oh, this is Alex! And Alex is on the call. How perfect timing is that?
Yep.
So,
all right. Which one do you want us to look at?
Yes. Which one? And then create another issue for the other one for another time. But for today, what would you prefer? Profile or resume? I suggest profile, but it's entirely up to you.
The chat decide.
Let the chat decide. Love that. Okay, let's do a drum roll. Everyone in the chat, either write profile or write resume. I'll give you a drum roll. And people on Discord won't be able to hear it, but there's a drum roll going on YouTube live stream at the moment. Let us know what you think. And while we're waiting for everybody, I am going to catch up with the chat. I've missed so much awesome stuff in the chat. Loads of people saying hi, Eddie. Apologies if I missed that. Hi to everyone who's here. Thank you all so much for joining. We have got a few more to do. How are we doing?
I think profile is winning. Profile is winning heavily.
Oh, wow. Okay. Profile's definitely one. Okay, we'll go for profile. We all love GitHub, right? And we all love getting green squares. We can get more green squares reviewing someone's project or profile rather than their resume. But you can still raise an issue, I suppose, on the profile if it's for the resume. Okay. Lots of great feedback already. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love that community collaboration. Wow. Lots of stuff. Okay, let's have a look. This is Alex's profile. I actually have, on the right-hand side, you have this kind of mechanical twisty thing animated. One of the timers I was looking at was exactly like that with a number inside, so I might use that for next time. Might be quite fun if it has a background as well, which is good. Okay, let's see. Okay, big thumbs up. Got Eddy Hub Dash on there as well. Very, very cool. I know I've looked at this recently as well. I think you could maybe... Sorry, go on, Nick.
It looks great. Absolutely great. You've written it, it looks like entirely in HTML. And none of your images have alt attributes. So if somebody were to look at your README with a screen reader, they would see I'm part of these organizations. And that's it. The words. They would see no other information.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion, and it helps with SEO and lots of other stuff as well. So accessibility and SEO. So I think that's really, really good to do that. The suggestion that I was starting to write down, actually, let me write that one down before I forget. Alt text on images. The one I was going to write is there's a bit of wasted space like above and below this graph. So I think maybe make the organization images smaller. Therefore, the height of it will aesthetically look better. But also, I think you have less wasted white space.
I think that's because you zoomed it in.
Oh, I see.
And
Yes, you're right. My mistake. Interesting.
It's weird that one doesn't zoom.
It's because they've got a fixed size on it, I think, probably, or something like that. Maybe suggest putting a fixed size. I'll leave it in there as a comment. I should say when zoomed. That's interesting. I learned something new today. When zoomed. And maybe you would put a fixed width or height on these as well. So therefore they don't grow either. And therefore that block will stay the same size. Just a thought. Oh no, it is growing that time actually. No, it is growing now. Ah, okay. When it grows, they both grow. But when I hit the maximum width of the screen, the images grow, but those shrink. I don't know why that is. I have to have a
but
look.
maybe it's big, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I have to have a look and see. But I'll leave that comment in so you can, think about it and see if you want to do anything. It's not a big deal. Most people won't zoom in, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, let's see. We're Eddy GitHubbers. Yes, Eddy Hubbards. Love that. Also, it looks like the Iron Man's heart thing. Oh yeah, it does. I quite like that now. I'm a huge Iron Man fan. How's the timer doing? Did I not start the timer? Or did it finish? I can't remember if I started it or if it finished.
I think that Alex has been incredibly busy the last 2 months and has given us some valuable time here out of his busy schedule. So I think that we can give as much time as we need to reviewing Alex's projects.
Good call. And Alex is sponsoring 3 people as well, which is epic. Very, very cool. Nice. And Alex has 55 people. Let's see if we can get that to climb up a little bit. How many? 56. Come on, we need 60. Let me share it one more time in the chat. Go follow Alex and the awesome work Alex does in on open source. Very, very cool. I like it. Only thing I would suggest actually is having some more text in there. So I want to write that down. Suggest having more descriptive text on yourself. Similar to, I don't know, say a mini resume is what I'd suggest. And don't duplicate necessarily the information you got here on the left. And also, Alex does help out not only in our community but at HackConf, a really awesome conference in Sofia, Bulgaria, which I had the pleasure of doing the media for a couple of years ago, and I can't wait to go and join and do some more videos and interviews and stuff over there. It's an awesome event. But I didn't meet Alex then. But there's so many pictures of Alex like standing in a similar spot where I was in different times of the 2 days. So it was quite funny.
Yeah, it was a bit odd, but we'll fix it next time.
Exactly. But this looks good. So you got your longest streak. I like it. Just some text. The only thing I would suggest is add a bit more text. I think it makes it a bit kind of SEO friendly again if you've got some text that it can search. So nice, but I like it. Okay.
Thank you for the review.
No problem. Thank you for submitting. Okay, who have we got next? Oh, we've got Cassie. Yes. Another Eddy Hubber. I think everyone here is probably Eddy Hubbers, but someone who's very active, always helping other people. Okay, lots of feedback from the community, which is epic. You're all awesome. Have we got one option or 2 options? What have we got? We've got profile and resume. What do people think in the chat? Let me do a drum roll.
Let's do a resume. That's my vote.
Nick votes a resume. And my Max just said my mouse is going to die soon. No, don't die. I need this. And the charging port is underneath, so you can't even charge it while you use it. You pay extra for that.
That might be a that's your computer telling you we've gone for an hour and a half, and you need to give yourself adequate rest.
True, but I'm enjoying this too much, and I feel we're getting closer. I say. I swear that Liz was shorter a minute ago. And more people are adding stuff, which is great. I love giving people shout outs and reviewing their work, so this is good. Okay, so Koalia, I think, I'm not really sure. It's not clear, but I think wants resume. It's not clear because I wrote it like 3 times.
I thought Kaiwalia wanted the other option.
Got you. Okay, I think resume wins this time. We've got Tom, Eleanor, Vincent, Rohan, loads of people saying yes. Okay, they're saying resume. Awesome. Okay, let's do resume. Is it safe? Have you checked it, Nick, or I'll just risk it? Fingers crossed.
We've got a beautiful email address, but if that's public on your GitHub, it's no big deal. So
exactly. Okay, bring this down here. Okay, awesome. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I think this looks really, really nice. Like imagine, timer. Imagine what I always say to people. I get lots of CVs sent to me, especially when I was before the pandemic in the client's office, and usually the HR would print them out, and I don't know why, but would bring it over to me and put it on my desk, on my hot desk. And sometimes it gets messed up, but your resume, your CV's got to stand out. If someone threw them the whole pile on the floor, how would yours stand out so kind of people gravitate towards it? And this, the blue at the top, I know what Nick's going to say. When you print it out, it might not come out very well. It's true. But it still stands out. I think it looks really epic. I love the picture as well. I feel when I'm reading this, I feel like I know the person. So I think that's really great. I think this is really, really well done. The only criticism that I have so far is the social links on the left just have the name. I would try and put the URL if you can fit it in, or maybe / I don't know, because I think people might not realize that that's the username. HR might want to go have a look at your stuff. They are getting more involved with looking at people's GitHub. They might not think how to look for that. So we all know with GitHub, it'll be github.com/devcassie. But yeah, I'm trying to make that a bit easier. Some improvement on that. I'm not sure what. It's probably clickable here. It is clickable, but if it's printed, is where it needs to help, I suppose. Let me make a note of that while you're all giving your feedback and thoughts. Alex, shameless self-promotion. Alex, you deserve it. That's cool. I love it when people contribute to the community and add value. Definitely shout yourself out. And if you don't, hopefully we'll do it for you. Let me make a note on these things. Love, lots of love. Love the design. Really stands out. Boom. Social links might be better when printed. What did everyone else think? Work experience first, really good. Then education. Courses, projects. I don't know if projects should go first. Maybe that's just a personal preference, because I don't really care about people's education. I just want to see what people can do.
I think that, once you have work experience, projects become a lot less important on your resume, because now you have the work experience, the verifiable work experience to back up your skills, and listing projects is usually something you do when you don't have experience and you need to have something to justify your claim that you know TypeScript.
True. The only thing I would kind of challenge that with a little bit is I find some people have work experience at some places, but they haven't really kind of contributed to the project very much. And they'll come along and say, hey, we built this amazing project, but actually they only did a very small part of it. So I don't know. For me, work experience is important, but I think projects where I can actually see stuff, how they think, how they write issues, how they do commits, all that sort of stuff. For me, how they collaborate. I don't know. For me, that's more important than work experience. But that's just, I suppose, my opinion on that. But I think education, I guess the point I was trying to make is maybe education should move down. That was my point. So work experience first, or projects. Again, I prefer projects, but work experience first is fine. But maybe education should come last? What do you think on that?
I don't know. It would make more sense, but then if you look at the way the pages are broken up, then your projects would be across 2 pages.
Yes, that aesthetically would not be very nice. Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah, good point. Yeah, okay. We'll leave that how it is. Okay, I might make a note. Let's make a note. I don't know if Cassie is here in the chat or not. I feel projects should come before education. And I'll let them, they're much better at design than me, so I'll let them deal with that challenge. Hobbies, I do like the hobbies. I don't know if development, I feel for me development's a hobby, but no one gets that. So I don't know if I would write it. It's like when family or friends say, what are you going to do this weekend? I'm like, I want to work on my open source project. But you just said work. I'm like, no. Work is not work. Work is hobby. They don't get it. So although Sarah is starting to get it, after 20 years, Sarah is starting to get it. So she's did the newsletter, as you all know, yesterday. And she's like, I really enjoy doing that. And I was like, exactly, it's not work. It's great fun. So yeah, I think until you kind of love what you do, people don't realize that. Oh, Karuna,
yes,
30-second timer.
We blew our timer up on this one. Oops.
It's okay. It's Cassie. We'll. It's fine. This one doesn't have a link. Is there anything I'd suggest though? It just seems a bit strange not to have a link. Does not have a GitHub link. Just to be consistent. My OCD with my consistency. GitHub link. Otherwise, I think it looks really good. I think I need to, if I ever needed to do a CV, I'd use this as a good example. Awesome.
I'd hire you.
Cool. Okay, closing that one. Refresh. Who have we got next? Sam. Lots of reviews already. Really, really good. Okay, I should have brought a water with me. I know, Andrew, I know a few people suggested doing like a, I think, Nick, did you say 24-hour live stream? I don't think I could survive that. But I know a few people suggested doing a longer stream, like 4 hours or something. It's quite hard work. I need to tone down these lights a bit, I think.
Yeah, I'm too old to make it 24 hours anymore.
Yeah, me too. But even 4 hours is quite hard. We've been going for almost 2 hours. And yeah, it's lots of fun, but it's quite hard. Cool. Okay. 80 likes and 72 people watching. Awesome. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Really helps support the channel. And I'm going to plug my newsletter again as well for people to sign up to the newsletter. You'll learn lots of stuff about the community when we're having calls, what events are coming up, and what awesome things in the community are doing. And you may appear there yourself once as well. Okay, so we've got a profile at Open Source Project. If time permits, a review on the portfolio website. So we've got 3, but the third one is lower priority for them. So let's see. GitHub profile at Open Source Project. People vote in the chat. Drum roll.
While everybody's voting, do we want to take a bit of time to do spontaneous reviews from the chat this time?
Actually, that's a better call. You're right. Maybe we do this one as the last one, and then yes, we'll go to the chat. Love that. I forget every time. Thank you so much, Nick. I see my light has died here, but it doesn't seem to be affecting too much on the green screen. But yes, you're right. Then we'll go into the chat, and we get to review your profiles. Okay, project.
That answers that.
Yeah. 4 hours might finish up those. I don't know if 4 hours would. I think we might need like 6 hours to finish the list of things. It's like, this is like 4 pages and it keeps growing. So, oh no, Rohan, yours is not going to get done today. Next Monday, probably. But you can share it in the chat. Maybe we can, sneak it in and so forth. Okay.
Hey, my name's on this project.
Is it? Let's, okay, project is one. So let's pick project, which is this one. Okay, let's have a look. Cool. Oh, timer. We forgot timer. Timer, please. No, Eddie cancelled the timer. Re-enable the timer. Let's have liftoff. Okay, awesome. I'm telling people to give the video a thumbs up. I hope they're subscribing as well at the same time. Okay.
And click the bell.
So you get notified every time we go live and post a video. Hey, I rehearsed that. This looks cool. I like this. A lot of badges up front though. I think it's too many for my liking. But the impressions is good. Releases. I'm not sure about the name of the release though. Not so bad. Okay, let me give some suggestions. So, description, topics, love that. Great.
That's typical for Python, so I think the release name is okay.
Okay, got you. I know Python always has to be different. I don't know. Python, where are your brackets? Like, seriously. I'm just joking.
No need.
Yeah, going without brackets sounds great until you got to figure out where you used a tab instead of spaces in your indentation. Have fun.
Yeah. That might be a problem.
That's a problem.
Releases. Great first impressions. Love the releases. What else do we love? Description. Love the releases. Description. Topics, etc. Okay. Commits. So they're using conventional changelog. They are not. Suggest using conventional commits. I would say conventional changelogs. Conventional commits.
Because you use conventional commits to power your changelog action.
Yeah, that's why. Okay. I feel there are two. Is this behind my head still? Let me move it up a little bit. Too many badges.
I don't even know what I committed or contributed to this project, but apparently I contributed to this project.
Oh, we see some other familiar faces as well. Tom, Jay, Brenda, Sam, who we just spoke to as well. Not spoke to, but just reviewed. And Nick as well.
Let's go look at some pull requests here. Did I make a pull request? I don't remember.
So people in the chat saying, hey, awesome to have you here. Friendly reminder, drink water. I will soon. I want to review some of people's in the chat's profiles as well. I'm really excited. Oh, ViViV here is here as well. Awesome. I think there could be more documentation. I just feel there's something.
Did you click on the documentations?
Got you. I did not. So if
and
you
we got 1 minute left.
Explore docs. Oh, it just took me down there.
All right, everybody's playing Super Chat. I'll play Super Chat.
I have to bring them up on the screen. Wait a second. Another Super Chat. Alex, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Always sponsor me on GitHub as well. Really, really appreciate it. Has Nick done one as well? No. Okay. Super Chat.
Coming right now.
Water. You're all too kind.
Make sure that my card works.
You're all so awesome. I should be super chatting all of you. I really appreciate you all for being here. Okay. The docs. Is there any actions being used as issues? Only 8 issues. Some pull requests. Are they all depender bots? I suggest clearing those up. Probably they're not that old. No actions or other actions? There are actions. Okay, cool. I think it looks really good. It looks nice. Just a few suggestions on that. I think it looks great. Let me comment and close that, and we can jump to the chat and see. Wow, page 4 has grown again, but we're not going to do that. We're going to review your profiles in the chat, so we're going to have a look.
I think the reason it grows is because when there are duplicates, links, and issues, people are raising another issue with only one link.
Okay, makes
there
sense.
We go.
My resume. So yeah, you have an issue again.
Awesome. $20, Nick. Wow. Wow. I think that needs like an alarm bell sound. That is crazy, Nick. Thank you so much. I should be sending you $20 for all the help you do to me. So thank you so much.
No, let's
really
kick off this. let's kick off some drop your links in the chat if you want us to review your project spontaneously.
Wow, we'll pick some at random. They will not be done in order, so you can keep occasionally spamming the chat. And spamming,
Here, you can look at mine too.
A joking way. Okay, let's have a look. Kewalia first. I haven't got one up, so we will do Kewalia's first. Awesome. What does everyone think? 58 followers. Let's get that to a little bit more. Come on, we can hit 60, right, everyone? I like the description. I love engineers to smile. Brilliant. Oh, should I put timer up? Let's bring a timer up. Okay, someone's asking what Super Chat is. It's where you can donate... Oh, 30 seconds? No, that's wrong. Let me reset that 1 sec. Okay, should we be starting again? Blue line's moving. We're all good. Okay, brilliant. So I know we've reviewed this before, I think, but I see improvements all the time, which is what I really, really like. I think it's great. You've got your social links, which I think is great. I think we're connected on LinkedIn as well. Let me check. I love connecting with people from the Eddy Hub community. Awesome. This graph, looks good. I think it's very, very nice. Technologies, I think there's quite a lot of them. I would potentially remove some and try and have it all on one line, in my opinion. So I don't know what other people think as well. Review Nick's. Okay, we'll do Nick's next. Awesome. And I love how everyone's supporting each other as well. Eleanor's saying following Kewalia on GitHub. I love that. And what's the timer for? The timer, someone asked that, where is it? MZ. The timer is so we don't spend too long on someone's profile. 4 minutes, things long enough on an individual profile so we can get things moving. And don't forget, we've got that side, we've got Discord. You can join the Radio Eddy chat, audio chat, if you want to come and chat to us, practice your public speaking, give your thoughts back on someone else's GitHub profile, then do come and join us and we will cycle people around. Do come and say hi. It's on Radio Eddy stage. Do say hi and come and say hello. We're all friends here. Nothing is, we're all very relaxed. Let's have a look. Lots of green squares. There's a dark green here. 48 in 1 day. 55, 60, 93 in 1 day. Obviously a hackathon weekend, probably.
Somebody's racing to catch up to me. Keep it up.
Yeah. No, it looks really good. I think it's great. It fits on one page. I think it's really nice. I think I haven't got much, to feedback. I think it's really, really good. I like it. Yeah, I think it's really good. Maybe suggestion, maybe find out more about me, potentially move to the next line, so therefore it just pops a little bit more. And then technologies, potentially, just if you can do one line or group them together, maybe like, I don't know, programming languages, databases. Shall I raise the issue or is someone else going to raise the issue in the chat?
I think somebody else needs to. Well, hold on. Did you get your green square yet, Eddie?
I didn't. No, I need to raise it. I need the green square.
Raise the issue.
I'll raise it. So let's have a look. I need my green square for today. Suggest having badges grouped. So each group is max one line. I'm not going to give a description. It'll be terrible. Everyone, don't do this. Give a description. Take a screenshot. But as Kewalia is here, hopefully they know what I mean. And they don't need a description from me. But don't listen to me. Do as I say, not as I do. No releases. I don't know if we should take releases for our projects. I'm still debating on mine as well. I think we should. I think it makes it look, again, if someone clicks into it, it looks more professional. So I think you can hide packages if you're not using it in your settings, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you can hide releases, packages, and environments.
Yeah, so if you're not using them, I would say remove them because it kind of just doesn't look very good. I need to get better at that as well. Karuna says my highest is 58. No, 58 is plenty for 1 day. Wow. Remember, take it easy. Don't burn out. I've been there. It's terrible. When you don't want to hate something that you love doing. Burnout is really bad. Make sure you get lots of rest. And we do have some interesting things coming out in the newsletter and blogs very soon on that. Sarah is going to do... I'm actually interested to hear your thoughts, actually. Take a type. Oh, 2 seconds, 1 second. I ate into your time. Apologies. But Sarah wants to do Eddy Hubber what do you call it, shake, like a fruit shake thing. It's orange. We made it before. We really loved it. So she wants to share the recipe on how to make it. We
Yes,
thought
please.
that's really healthy. Really enjoy those. And then we also want to do, and this could be quite funny. Sarah's into her yoga, and so what we're thinking of doing, we sit down on chairs a lot. And so we were thinking, why doesn't she give us like, I don't know, a really short yoga routine we can do at home, and where we'll record Sarah teaching me doing it, so it could be quite funny. And you're doing it on the chair, so you don't need any equipment or anything like that, and you'll do some like stretching and some exercises to get us up off our chair. And then we thought running a competition, so if people time-lapse themselves doing it and share on socials, we could give away some swags and all the rest. I don't know. Some thoughts on there. Write in the chat if you would be interested in getting involved, or interested, at least it would be beneficial to you, and we could do that. It could be quite funny. Cool. Let's have a look. Okay, next one. Who's up next? I think it was Nick's next, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Oh no, yes, GitHub is loading. Okay, let's go down to green squares. Let's get this out of the way. Nick has got a load of green squares. Yes, almost 10,000.
That hasn't changed. We gotta pull up the new website.
Okay, I've seen that. It looks really good. Sponsoring lots of people as well. Awesome. Cool. I'm following Nick. Nick has 211 followers. I don't know if that's increased today or not. We have shared the link a few times already. Let's have a look at your website. Okay. I love this along the bottom. Can I make it jump if I click? No.
It's just an animated GIF, and I adjust the margin on an interval.
Oh, I see. Nice. Very clever. I like that. And then on the background, are you going to use the particles as well?
Yep, I'm thinking I'm going to put the particles on the background because I have that content card that div, so I can run the particles on the background behind it while I'm waiting for my new background art. And then have you clicked the fairy? Click the fairy.
I'm scared. Do I need to be scared?
No scared.
Okay, no scared. Okay, cool. Click the fairy. I don't think people can hear. Oh no, they should be able to hear actually, because we've got Radio Eddy going on, so they can hear.
Yes, I can hear it if I unmute the stream.
Got you. Okay. That is very, very cool. The one thing I don't like is the mouse icon. I don't know why. I'm just so used to seeing the mouse icon being normal. And I think back when IE6 was around, it was one of the features was to make your scroll bar a different color and to make your mouse a different icon.
Yes.
And so for me, I don't like those two things anymore.
I like them because it's a throwback to all of those old websites, like the GeoCities websites and all of that. The stuff that I grew up on. It's like, okay, let's relive my childhood a little bit here.
Fair enough. That makes sense. No, it's really good. I really like it. Read my story. Oh, it changes to like a Zelda sword. Cool.
Yes, for links, for anything clickable.
Nice. Oh, and you're sharing your story. Great. This is going to be helpful when Sarah writes a blog post on you, because Sarah's going to do a Eddy Hub blog post on Nick's journey and story, because it is epic. It's very, very good.
The one that I am most proud of is the projects view.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look.
That took the most time to build out.
The only thing I would suggest on this is spacing between the images.
Yeah, I can throw some padding in there or something, but click a project info button, because that's the the big one.
That's like that's definitely a throwback to like the 90s. That's very cool. I do like that. That's very, very good.
That was hard. Writing tests for this was hard.
I think a lot of people in the chat are probably too young to know to recognize where that's like the 90s, I think. Another super chat. Wow. Okay. I'll bring that up on the super chat up on the screen. Alex, thank you so much. After Nick's got 30 seconds for the review. Who's going to raise an issue for Nick's project? Let's have a look. Repository. Should I get another green square, or does someone else want the green square in the chat?
Go get the green squares.
It's this one. So, let me let someone else can raise it. Who needs a green square for today? Out of all of you watching, who hasn't got a green square for today? We want you to get the green squares.
Yes. Green square every day.
Oh, okay. We've got someone who wants a green square. Here you go. Awesome. Go raise an issue and suggest on the portfolio that there's a gap between the images. And if you can, take a screenshot and just be as descriptive as possible. Awesome. Thank you very much, Nick. And let me bring up...
Thank you.
The super chat as well. Thank you, Alex. Throwing the change.
Do I need to give another super chat? I think I need to.
No, I don't think you do. I need to send you a super chat. Okay. Okay, we need some GitHub profiles. I've missed some. Everyone, copy and paste them in the chat. And do collaborate with other people in the chat. Welcome them. If you check out their profile, do tell them what you think. Raise the issues. Be social on GitHub and in the chat. You never know who is watching. I actually have a lot of my clients in our Discord channel. And I also have clients who join the live streams as well. So they might not be very active in vocal, but they're watching. So do stand out. Be collaborative. Be supportive. Help each other. Okay. We're going for 2 hours. We'll do a few more. I just raised an issue. Okay, so let's have a look. You haven't raised an issue yet. Do raise an issue. Or was it a question? Yes, raise an issue. Get that green square. Victor, what's your username? What's your GitHub username? I'm going to do... Don't share the link because YouTube will remove any links. Just share your username.
I think I have Victor's username. let me go grab it.
Cool.
I have it on one of my community.
I think I have it as well, actually. I think I visited it before.
Can I? So,
are you talking? Is it? Yeah, go on. Speak a bit louder.
Yeah. So can you also please review my profile? I'll put it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in the chat.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Eddie. I dropped Victor's profile link, GitHub link.
Cool. Thank you. Okay. Let's have a look. And let me drop it in the chat. Oh, Nick has done it already. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, about me. I like that. Really, really clear. You know, definitely talk about yourself. And it's got the animated image, which isn't too distracting. I think we had one before where it was like a lot going on. Like someone was typing like this. I think it's too distracting. I think this is subtle, which is really nice. Contacts. I like that as well. Really good. Are we connected on LinkedIn? Let's have a look. We're not. Send you a connection. There we go. Language and tools. I think that looks good. I think 2 lines for me is like the max. So I think that looks good. And what else have we got? Progress checklist.
Timer.
Oh, I didn't set a timer. Thank you. Timer is going. Cool. Progress checklist. That's quite interesting. Then HTML, tick. Not completed, suck at CSS, tick. Start an open source project. What? You haven't started an open source project yet? You kind of have. Your profile is an open source project. So I think you have. I think that's a tick. Can I send you a pull request?
Let me look at let me look at the repositories here. We're gonna go to the repository view and I'm gonna switch it to sources. And there's 8 repositories. That's 8 open source projects.
Okay, I'm gonna go and solve that.
Fork.
Nice. Okay. Start an open source project. Done. Don't underestimate yourself. Value yourself high. So it looks really good. I don't know about the rest, but I want to say feature completed open source project checklist. There we go. I should raise an issue first. My bad. Let me raise an issue first. Let's set a good example. Check off open source project. Get another green square for me. No one wants the green squares. Number 1. But if you do want green squares, we can find you some green squares. Number 1. Let's propose that change. Let's open the pull request and we'll say closes number 1, so it's convenient when this gets merged, if it gets merged, and create it. I still get the green square even if it doesn't get merged. Everyone watching, if it doesn't get merged, you still get the green squares. I'm not sure about the A in Java. I'm only kind of constructive criticism here. Don't know, it just seems a bit odd. Or is it maybe I'm odd? That's probably what it is. I'm probably odd.
I'm odd too. It's okay.
This task list will be updated soon. I would remove that because it shows that. I would probably write something like this is going to be continually updated or something to that effect. Like this is, or maybe you could even put a date the last time it was updated. You do a GitHub action with that or something. So there are a few things that can be done there, but I like it. I just think this A. Who wants to raise an issue for this A? Just you can say Eddie doesn't like the A in JavaScript. Is it because you haven't done it anywhere else? So that's why I just think it's kind of like, why for that one?
Tom likes the A for Angular. Tom and I can be best friends now.
Oh, it's for Angular. Okay, if it's for Angular, I like it as well. But I didn't see Angular in the languages and tools.
Yeah, me neither. It should be.
Yeah,
you should fix that.
And then TypeScript as well.
You know, this progress checklist does say start learning a front end framework, and then below it says React, React, React. I think we should open a PR to replace React with Angular.
Yes, and because Angular is a framework rather than a library, you don't need to write Angular, Angular, Angular. You know, you just need to write Angular because it's got everything built in. Whereas React, you need to React, and you need to do another React component, another React library, another React library. So I get why you've got it written 3 times. All the React people are going to be hating us now. 92 likes. Wow, that's definitely a level up. If we can get to 100, that'll be epic. Thank you so much, Karuna. That is awesome.
My like counter must be stuck because I see 49, so I'm like way behind.
It does get stuck sometimes. Yeah, I've got 92 on my screen.
Cool. Let's refresh. 93. Okay, now we're in business.
94. Yes, we're climbing. This is awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. I hope that helps. I hope people got green squares. Victor, I hope it helped you as well with some suggestions. This is great. So next we're going to do, is it Saga? Is that how you pronounce your name? What is theirs?
Yeah, Saga.
What is your GitHub?
I dropped it in chat.
Saga. Oh. Hello, Saga.
Okay. Nick dropped it in chat. Awesome. Cool.
Nicole, how are you like managing? Because I'm listening to Eddy in the Radio Eddy, but I'm watching the stream also, and which is actually a little bit delayed. So how are you managing that?
Yes, the YouTube will be about 20 seconds behind. So that's why you should only join Radio Eddy when you want to come and chat, and the rest of the time be on the YouTube. Otherwise, you'll be out of sync.
Yeah.
Wow, 98. Okay, cool. Hopefully after reviewing this one, we'll be over 100. That'd be epic. I like it. I like this animated cartoon. I think it's really subtle, which I think is really nice. So it's animated, but not massively in your face. Is it one you got off online? As you're on the Radio Eddy, I can ask you questions about this. Is it one you got online, or did you have it purposely built for yourself?
I'm still waiting for the screen to what you are looking at.
I'm just looking at your GitHub profile.
Okay. Oh, the GIF one.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I just copied for somebody I like.
Okay.
This. So I'll
okay.
pick that. I didn't make it myself.
Okay. No worries. It looks really good. I really like it.
I don't know. I feel like I should be personally offended that the coffee's getting spilled. You know, that's the crime.
No, I think it looks good. Nothing came out of it though, so it's okay. Maybe it was an empty cup of coffee. It'd been drunk.
Oh, that's even worse. You can never have your cup empty.
If you can just look into the just one project README, that will be just enough for me. Assignment hub, it's there. That will be that will make my day.
Okay. Awesome. So first impressions, you've got a description, you've got topics, really like that. You haven't got a license. So who wants a green square? I'm going to share this in the chat. Please, can you raise an issue on this repo to say you need a license? Can you also raise an issue for the releases? It's great that you've got releases. Big thumbs up. But fix some bugs. I think it doesn't look good. I think having a version number, use semantic versioning, would be a lot better. And then in the description, you would write. So you think you've got the version number in the description rather than in the actual name. So I would definitely do that. It would make it look so much more professional. Remove packages in your settings if you're not using it. Environments, really like that. That's great. Great banner. Really nice. Features, looks good. Technologies used. Screenshots, really like that. Yeah, really, really nice. Built with...
There's a license.
Is there a license?
It's at the bottom of the README. So for whoever is going to go get for whoever's going to go get that green square, technically having the license at the bottom of the README does make it a valid license. It's licensed under MIT. It can be used in compliance with the MIT license. However, if you take that license text and you copy it into a license.md file separately, then you get to leverage all of the cool GitHub UI features, such as, it'll say on the sidebar that it's licensed under MIT. You can view the file on GitHub and it'll give you a breakdown of what the license does and does not allow. Very cool features. But in terms of the legality of the license, as far as I'm aware, even having it just in your README makes it valid, and this project is licensed under the MIT license.
True.
Yeah, I will use that. The thing that you're saying, adding a file in the license. Yes.
Yeah, I think legality, like Nick says, is probably fine. But if people don't see it here at the top, where they're under the topics, or in the files, they might go, oh, there isn't a license, because they might not make it to the bottom. So you need to make it as easy and take advantage of the GitHub features. I need to bring this up on the chat. Eleanor says, rightfully so, that I didn't think. At least the coffee cup falls away from the computer, which is awesome. It's so true. So true. Okay, cool. But yeah, that looks really good. Really, really well done. Are you using issues? I would suggest using issues. So it's great that someone created it, add a licensed MD file. Epic. Don't forget we need the releases need a better semantic versioning name. So someone can raise an issue for that. Get your green square for today. But I would say use issues for yourself, even if you are... oh, look at that. Tom's straight ahead. Improved the README 27 seconds ago. Epic. Great collaboration with everybody. Love that.
I think Tom has contributed to every project that anyone has shared in our support repo.
Okay. I think I might need to add to my list. Tom might need to get sent some Hubber swag. Let me add that to my list as well. Send Tom swag. Okay, I've made a note. I've sent a message to Sarah on Slack just to say send Tom some swag. So you have some stickers coming your way. So it's a big shout out from Nick. So yeah, thank you very much, Tom. That's epic. Okay, cool. And Carl, you have got some stuff coming your way as well for all the awesome API.
Good. I didn't want to. I was going to mention Carl next.
Yeah. Carl is on the list already. We bought some envelopes today as well. So yes, there's some swag going out. Definitely, and a few surprise swags as well.
Okay, we crossed 100 likes. That's cool.
100 likes. Victory sound effect. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So who else have we got in the chat?
So
that we should review?
Rohan has pinged me in Discord, in YouTube chat, and really wants us to look at their GitHub. But Rohan, since you're in the Discord, why don't you join Radio Eddy so we can review your GitHub with you?
That's true. But also on a note, I think Rohan has an issue open for review in like 5 issues time. So the next live stream, they'll be right near the beginning. So I can maybe bring that up. So therefore we can leave a note and tick off an issue at the same time. Where's my mouse? Don't tell me my mouse has actually died. My mouse has just died. Okay, Rohan, I've got a trackpad. We're good. It's just going to be my left hand rather than my right hand. So let's see issues. live stream.
Sorry to interrupt. I need to go. I had a very nice time, and take care, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining, Alex. Good luck with your exams, and we're here waiting for you when you get back from finishing all your exams. I know you're working really hard. You said you're getting like 3 hours sleep a night. Please try and get at least 6 hours. Try and get some rests. Or do what I do, which works for me. I don't know if it works for other people, but I'm a morning person. So for me, I only usually sleep about 4 hours at night, or like 4 to 6 hours. But then in the afternoon, I usually have a 2-hour nap to make up the time. And so therefore, I feel I get 2 mornings a day. So for me, that works. But do whatever works for you and make sure you are getting rest.
Thank you. I'll definitely try it.
Cool. Well, keep us posted, and we'll good luck in the exams, and see you when you get back.
Thank you, everyone.
I was just about to did this to use my mouse, and it's not there because I put it on charge already. Okay, so we've got Rohan's GitHub profile. Rohan says they can't join because they got some technical issues, so that's fine. We will using my left hand for trackpad is so hard.
I'm telling you, it's all a sign. This might be our last review here.
Yes, 102 likes, which is amazing. Viewed on live stream. Here we go. Let's have a look. Collaboration first, code second. Love that. That is awesome. I think I have a suggestion, and this is obviously me being very, very biased. In the laptop, rather than having the smiley face and keep contributing, I think you should put Hubber.
Can we get some like level up sounds going here for collaboration first and code second, and for putting Hubber in there? And
yes,
I think we need some noise.
Sounds good. Playing lots of noise. Oh, I better bring up the counter as well. So let me share that. Oh, you've done it already. No, you haven't done it. I will share this one in the chat. And
I shared it a little bit ago, but then I shared Alex's.
Okay, I've just shared it again. So so people can raise some issues. Why is the thing not working? The counter not working? Here we go. I know what's going on. I'm trying to look. I'm so messed up. I'm trying to look at that computer, use my trackpad for my Mac on the Windows computer. Wonder, my trackpad's died, but it's the wrong computer. That's right. Okay, we're gonna get this right. Okay, the progress bar has started. I have not failing. Saga, thank you so much. Please charge your mouse. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Let's bring that up on screen with my left hand on the trackpad. Hopefully that works. It does. Thank you so much. On
the correct trackpad.
Yeah. I'm getting old. Can't micromanage. Not micromanage. Can't multitask so well. Okay, let's bring the timer back up. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Yes, so that'd be great. So who's raised the issue? So we bring up the repo and see if anyone's raised the issue. If not, I'm happy to get more green squares. But let's see if people have raised the issues. No issues raised yet. So first one, I think we put Hubber in the laptop. Who wants to raise that in the chat? Do raise that. Oh, Victor,
you know what? I'll do one. I haven't raised any issues on this live stream.
And Victor's going. Bye, Victor. Thanks for joining us. Awesome to have you here. Okay, while you're doing that, my next thoughts. Okay, I can write that down here as well. Looks great. Some suggestions. I got some more as well. Things have just come to mind. Suggestion. Oh, not in capitals. Suggestions. Hubber in the laptop screen. But also, I was going to say, these are in bold, Rohan, and because they're in bold, I don't know, it doesn't stand out because everything's trying to stand out. So I would suggest moving those from bold. Alex has super chatted me again. Wow, thank you, Alex. That's awesome. 103 likes. Wow, we're really going for it. Alex, thank you again. I'm trying to use my left hand to bring up the super chat on the screen. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Okay. Let's have a look. Yes, I wouldn't put those in bold. Put maybe the ones you want, maybe one in particular or certain words, but I wouldn't have the whole thing in bold. Text is all in bold, which means nothing is in bold. So what do people think in the chat? What does everyone think in the chat? Let us know your thoughts as well. Don't be shy. Your point of view is just adds so much value. It really, really does. So yeah, your point of view helps so much, and I'm always learning. As you saw in this live stream, I'm always learning too.
Hey, so Hubbard is in the README. Am I missing in the branding repo? But am I missing the raw files? Yes. You can right click and kind of go download, but you're right. I made a mistake. I added them to an issue and put the link in the README. So if you could someone could raise an issue on the branding repo to say, add the files to the repo, because I didn't. That would be really helpful. I'm just going /Eddy Hub community.
So this is what Nick's talking about. If I just show everyone, Eddy Hub community, we have a branding repo, and if you will notice, we have all the different Hubbards in here. So you got the hands, the t-shirt, you got the hoodie first, then you got the t-shirt, then you kind of got looking for Wi-Fi, then you've got the t-shirt looking for Wi-Fi, kind of like the nervous one. Anyway, you've seen all these before, but the files aren't in there, so I need to put them into the assets folder and put them in there. So I need to sort that out. If anyone wants to take a look at that.
All right. I raised my issue on Rohan's repository.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, let's have a look. Awesome. Issues have been raised, I think, from Nick and Eleanor. Awesome. You could add some technologies that you use. Love that. Feature use Hubbard in banner. Awesome. Love the community suggestions. Definitely. I agree. Are we connected on LinkedIn? Let's have a look. But yeah, add some technologies. I do agree. Because most languages you use can get a bit out of date. So I think that's a great suggestion. We are connected. Perfect. Let's have a look. And a PR from Tom as well, apparently. Let's have a look. Tom is fast.
Tom is a machine.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Nice. Oh, yes. Yeah. As a bullet point list rather than using breakpoints. Nice. Yeah, it looks really good. I think you could add a bit more to it. A bit more about you if you could, maybe. I don't know. But I think it looks really, really good. I think it looks nice, Rohan. Really, really good. Just it's a living project. Keep going. I think it looks great. The other thing I would suggest is maybe remove one of these repos or add one. Because you've got this white space here that's kind of wasted. So either have 6 or have 4. I think that would be good. Nice to see you raising pull requests. Don't forget to also review people's projects because it's important as well.
I would recommend, in this case, unpinning your Rohank 2502 repository. You've got your personal, you've got your GitHub README here, which at the top has the link to the built-in link to the repository, so you don't need to pin that repository as well.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I think you should add some descriptions to these repos as well, so they appear like this. Again, it just looks a bit more kind of a real project. I would suggest adding descriptions to those as well. Pinned repos to have descriptions. But it looks good. These are just, being kind of extra critical. But I think it looks nice. It looks really good.
And we're out of time.
Are we out of time? Okay. Awesome. Okay, let me close that. We've just done another issue done. That's good. I think we still got probably like loads of pages left. But the 4th page hopefully hasn't grown too much. It has. It's grown loads, but that's fine. Love looking at all your awesome work, all of you. This is great. What have I missed in the chat? Loving the Hubbards. Yes. Awesome. I love it that Rohan, you're saying thanks to people in the chat as well. To Nick, to Eleanor. I think that's just great. Really, really good. Awesome. Right. My dinner is going to be cold. Actually, I'm cooking dinner tonight. So I need to go cook dinner. But I want to thank you all for being here. I really, really do. Big shout out to everyone who came on stage. Big shout out to everybody in the audience and collaborating with each other. And a big shout out to Nick as well for looking after Radio Eddy and helping us out. And I've just shared again a newsletter link in the chat. Do subscribe to our newsletter so you can see your awesome community members, like their shout outs, what their achievements, what they're doing. So Nick, any final words?
Thank you, everyone, for coming to the stream and geeking out with us. One final call to make sure that you have liked the video, hit the subscribed button, and clicked the bell to get your notifications. And make sure you are joined in our Discord so that we can continue to geek out all week.
Exactly. We look forward to geeking out with you between live streams and video. Nick, thank you so much for that shout out. I see Eleanor's saying, your dinner's going to be cold, but you haven't made it yet. Yeah, I was thinking dinner's going to be cold, but I looked at my clock to look at the time. I saw the date, and today is my cooking day. So, yeah, it's not going to be cold. Actually, it is going to be cold because it's still in the fridge and needs to be kind of cooked and prepared. So it is cold, but not the cold that I originally meant. I'm obviously getting delirious. Too many lights on me. So yes, I think a good place to end.
2.5 hours is a long stream. We did well.
I think we have all done well together, and it's gone like that. It's been amazing. Thank you all so much for geeking out, and I look forward to geeking out with you more throughout the week. I have a video coming out on Wednesday and live stream on Friday. I think that's all we've got going on for this week. There was some other events, hackathons. There's a hack-on going on in the month. All in the newsletter. Go check out the newsletter. So yes, awesome. Have a great Monday or Tuesday wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much, everyone. 107 likes. Karuna and everyone, thank you so much for pushing that. That is awesome. Over 100 likes. That's just like epic. I think I've only got 2 or 3 videos that have ever gone over just over 100. So that was awesome. We'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Take care, everybody.